Nightmare must end. The whole Trump Pence regime must go. Join the Out Now movement, a national organization to drive out the whole Trump Pence regime.
By the cops, and people shit out him, and we were fortunate because it was on video, and they inciting the riot, so they broke their own teeth trying to do like Boston. So instead of the riot,
exactly.
Three-fifths compromise.
Look, well, we still don't actually have the right to vote.
I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more.
So I'm here, my name is Kim, on behalf of the Answer Coalition, Act Now to Stop War and End Racism. We are joining a global call to action today that was initiated by really a long list of organizations, so I'm just going to name a few of them: Code Pink, Popular Resistance, Black Alliance for Peace, the National Iranian American Council, Veterans for Peace, and U.S. Labor Against the War, just to name a few. We're not going to stand for this anymore. People in the U.S., they're saying no more war abroad, because it doesn't just hurt people there, it hurts working class people here, taking money away from jobs and education and putting it into war and occupation. So thank you again, everyone who is here.
Occupation is a crime.
From Iraq to Palestine.
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 Up with liberation, down with occupation. Up with liberation,
Down occupation.
up with liberation,
Down occupation.
up with liberation.
Down occupation.
We're out here today to unite around three demands. One, that the United States end its war drive on Iran. Two, that they end their genocidal sanctions on Iran. And one more. Three, that U.S. troops get out of Iraq now. The U.S. often accuses countries like Iran of being rogue regimes, but the United States is the #1 rogue regime in the world. For 90% of its history, the United States has been at war. Whether it's war in Puerto Rico and in Cuba, whether it's war in Africa, whether it's war in Latin America, the United States knows nothing but war.
In 2001, I was 9 years old. And by the time I was 11, the United States military had invaded both Afghanistan and Iraq and stolen tens of thousands of lives. This country has been at war for more than half of my life. Is that true of anybody else in here? Yeah! The only way I knew how to fight back as an alienated 10-year-old was to stop saying the Pledge of Allegiance in school. Which, it sure pissed off my teachers, and that was fun. But what could I really do? If only I had been able to see the massive and historic protests that Nina was just talking about that were happening then. But I didn't, because just like now, the mainstream media fuels tension while they deliberately ignore our resistance. Wow. Yeah. But it is still absolutely urgent and necessary for union members and all working class people to come take the streets, rally and organize against these wars, just as it was in 2001 before the invasion Afghanistan, and in 2003 and 2004 before the invasion of Iraq and Pakistan, and as it was in 1955 before the Vietnam War. We've been here before, and we say never again.
Never again! Never again! Never again!
Rich people wage wars, but poor people die in them.
Yeah.
But we say no more!
No
more! We say no more!
No more!
Give it up for yourselves for being here again. Again, I just it's bullshit.
Get off it!
This war is for profit.
Violence and occupation will not lead to liberation. It's bullshit! Get off it! This war is for profit! Violence and occupation will not lead to liberation. It's bullshit! Get off it! This war is for profit! Violence and occupation will not lead to liberation.
Thank you so much.
I was one of the lucky ones. I didn't lose my house. None of my family members died. But not everybody was that lucky. I have a very dear friend of mine who lived close to the border, Iran-Iraq border. She's right here. She lost her home. She was going to school with her cousin right next to her. One of those cluster bombs killed her cousin right next to her. This is what war does to us. This is what war does to people. We have little connection to it, but it's real. We have some people here who fought some of the wars, some of our veterans. They have connection, they know what that means. We need to listen to them. I have very deep connection with what is going on right now. I have family members in Iran. My 86-year-old father lives in Iran. I have cousins, I have elderly aunts and uncles. I have 2 beautiful nieces in Iran. One of them just finished civil engineering. She wants to become a pilot. She wants to become airline commercial pilot. She texted me last week. She said, Aunt Mushkan, I'm scared. This was right after Qasemi's assassination. She said, Aunt Mushkan, I'm scared. I don't want a war. I don't know what future holds. I had to calm her down because I didn't know what to tell her. I said, honey, don't worry about it. We're doing everything we can here. There are people, there are American people who don't want war. Iranians don't want war. It's the rich and powerful, it's the war profiteers who want war. We do not want war. That's what war does to us. So I had to calm her down, but I couldn't tell her, don't worry, honey, there won't be any war. I couldn't tell her that because I don't know for sure. Hold them to the fire. If they say no war, see how they voted. Lastly, plant is...
Weighing their own government, so it can then be, that those governments can then be toppled and replaced with.
It's not just the people of Iran or Iraq. Our communities at home get hit hard too.
Confused about this, but at the same time, we're going to have to find a way of creating a new system. Being stripped away, or when gentrification destroys entire communities, displacing many Black.
The working class of the world has no beef with each other in terms of interest. It is the heads of the capitalist countries that are constantly seeking to expand their wealth, their territory, and their class power. We too must expand our class power.
U.S. imperialists! U.S. imperialists!
U.S. out the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out the Middle East, no justice, no peace.
U.S. out of the Middle East. No justice.
U.S. out!
Iranian Americans want peace like me.
3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the killing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the killing, stop the hate. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the killing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the killing, stop the hate. Fighting for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Fighting for jobs and education. Not for war and occupation. Fighting for jobs and education. Not for war and occupation. Fighting for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation. Not for war and occupation. From Iraq to Palestine, occupation is a crime. From Iraq to Palestine, occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. From Iraq to Palestine, 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 occupation is a crime. Pentagon kills by the hour. What do we do? Fight the power. Pentagon kills by the hour. What do we do? Fight the power. Pentagon kills by the hour. What do we do? Fight the power. Hey Trump, what do you say? How many kids did you kill today? Hey Trump, what do you say? How many kids did you kill today? How many kids did you kill today? Biggest threat in the world today. Donald Trump in the USA. Biggest threat in the world today. Donald Trump in the USA. Biggest threat in the world today. Donald Trump in the USA. Biggest threat in the world today. Donald Trump in the USA. Donald Trump in the USA. Biggest threat in the world today. Donald Trump in the USA. Biggest threat in the world today. Donald Trump in the USA. Biggest threat. No justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East. Money for jobs and education. Not for war and occupation. Money for jobs and education. Not for war and occupation. Money for jobs and education. Not for war and occupation. Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
And occupation. Not for war and occupation. Not for war and occupation. Not for war and occupation. Money for jobs and education.
Good. That looks like they'd be wrong. Good man.
War with Iran, no threats, no bombs. No 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 war with Iran, no threats,
No bombs. No war with Iran. No bombs.
no war with Iran, no threats.
No bombs. No war with Iran.
U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We don't want your racist war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Stop the killing, stop the hate. 1, 2, 3.
world today.
Donald Trump in USA.
Biggest threat in the world today.
Donald Trump in USA.
Biggest threat in the world today.
Donald Trump in USA.
Biggest threat in the world today.
Donald Trump in USA.
Biggest threat in the world today.
Donald Trump in USA.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.